UConn's Gino Auriemma has the highest winning percentage for a career of any active coach in the country, and the second highest in women's basketball history. Looks like he also has a sore rib cage there. And the Huskies without that young lady for the third straight game.
Yeah, I mean, she's got that bad injury of a hamstring, you know, partial tear or whatever it is. Those things are really difficult to contend with, and you don't want to come back too soon because then you're done for the year.
Quickly, Doty in the front court. Pull-up jumper.
And that's a drill they do every day in practice. Come in on that angle and kiss it off the glass.
Tonight. And look at Charles from behind for the steal. Here's Moore, has Hayes to her right, and finds it. Maya in the top 10 in 6 different categories. Steals not one of them, but she just got one there. If ever there was a time when Maya was going to dunk the ball in a game, it could have been there, but I don't think that's within her personality.
They score because they're so great defensively.
Charles might have got a piece of that Fremo shot. Here's Hayes right down the lane. No one contested the ball. Tiffany Hayes, preseason watch list for the Naismith and Wade National Player of the Year Awards. She's got 4 points in the early going. It's a 9-point lead. Even hit the rim. Hayes comes away with it. Crusaders now 1 for 7 from the floor. They are playing about as poorly offensively as you can imagine. And Doty to Charles, and Bill Gibbons is forced to take another timeout. Verb of Washington. There's Kylie. And there's Doty for 3. Knocks it down. Would it have killed them if they left some samples for us to dine on?
I know.
Hey, Megan, that guy borrowed your Halloween costume.
Can you believe it?
Nice of you to loan it. He is certainly set for them. He's not interested in that.
And he's never happy, let's be honest.
He's not interested in that letdown stuff. He would respond by saying, you know, we only play 35 of these a year, so. How about the strength of McLaren? Counted in the foul on the putback. 2-3 Holy Cross zone. McLaren and Fremo really going at the low block. Moore for 3. Here's Hayes. Hayes starting at the point because of the injury to Dixon. Moore cuts for the hoop. Farris finds her, and the foul. Here's Moore, ball fake. Farris puts it on the floor, and the pull-up. Wow. Moore knocked it loose. Green with the steal, gives to Moore. It's a 1-on-2, the pull-up jumper.
1-on-2, my money's still on her.
With that basket, Moore in double figures for the 77th time in this, the 80th game of her career, and now she's got 2 more. Diana Taurasi even waited till her junior year before she won the first of her 2 in a row.
And you look at all that Maya Moore has done, and you wonder why Tennessee doesn't want to play UConn.
Cross court through the hands of Fremo. Farris with the steal. Moore with the tough catch in transition. The hesitation on the dribble. She's got 8 to go with 5 rebounds. UConn has scored nearly 40 points in the first 14 minutes. Holy Cross with turnover number 11, and Kalena Green with a layup. Odell with the turnover. Maya Moore has outscored Holy Cross all by herself, 15-14. And there's Kara Walters. Nice to see the Karas remain gainfully employed doing the UConn games on the radio, and Shea Ralph on the UConn staff as an assistant. And they are number 1 in the Patriot League in turnover margin.
You know that this is not a team that is careless with the basketball.
No. Well, UConn is capable of bringing out the worst in you.
Yes.
And Doty knocks down a 3. First look of the night at Buck, who had 12 rebounds in her UConn debut last Saturday against Northeastern. And Heather Buck on the floor, being reunited for at least the evening with her former AAU teammate Meredith Ward of Holy Cross. Gardler up high to McLaren. Moore rolls, finds Gardler down low. Maya Moore, we told you 2 years ago in her second game as a Husky, she outscored Holy Cross in the first half 22-20. Well, she was outscoring them 15-14 for a while tonight. She settles for 15 points. The Huskies forced 17 turnovers. They had 12 steals. They lead by 30 at the half, 52-22.
Welcome back to Worcester at the DCU Center. Megan Como here with Associate Head Coach Chris Daly. You guys up 52-22. Now you came out, you did some full court stuff. Why would you do something like that against Holy Cross this early?
Well, because I think Holy Cross is the kind of team that can torment you with their half-court offense. So by extending our pressure, we didn't allow them to get into their half court, so we were able to keep them out of their offense, get some easy buckets.
Well, now up 30, what are some of the things that you're thinking about? You mentioned something before about three-pointers.
Well, we were a little disappointed giving up 5 threes. That's certainly something that we want to get better at. Second half, we can either get worse or we can get better. We have to work on some things, and the scores, it really doesn't matter at this point.
It'll be a long ride home if things go worse.
Back to you, Bob.
Fremo with the miss. Charles with the rebound. Quickly, Hayes to Moore. Tough catch on the open floor. Puts it on the floor and lays it in. Her 9th, so she's 1 rebound away from her 3rd double-double of the season. Doty inside Charles. Doty, Charles rolls for the hoop. Instead, they reverse it to Hayes. Green. Doty, left side 3.
Well, and think about it. I love how she cut through the lane, got the defense moving, then they lost her in the corner. That's what moving without the basketball does for you. Feeling that they just know what they're doing out there, and you can't teach it.
Nobody guarded McLaren on the inbound, and she had the uncontested jumper in the lane. Other than Holy Cross. The way it works generally is it's a 2-for-1. Farris lays it in. Is there anybody in the world who knows George Blaney who doesn't like him?
No.
Buck lays it up and in with the left hand and the foul. Gardler to Farris. Inside. Look at the pass. Hit Buck right on the fingertips. It's also the last regular season game UConn lost anywhere. Down low, Buck again. And that will be next weekend at Gamble Pavilion, the 3-day, 4-team WBCA Classic. Those are UConn's opponents. Hofstra Friday, 7:30 on CPTV. Richmond Saturday, 7:30. Clemson Sunday, 4:30, all on CPTV. Make her college debut, and against the defending national champs, the #1 ranked team in the country. Look at the pass, McLaren to Green again. It started with Buck from the wing.
Thank you, Bob. All right, Maya, you seriously have got to have something against Holy Cross, because you outscored them in the first half 2 years ago, and you almost outscored them yourself in the first half again. Something about these guys, you just laid it up.
We were moving the ball really well, I thought in the first half, and we came out with a lot of energy. We were communicating. We were, trying to get around their screens because they run such a disciplined offense. So, I was just trying to be aggressive and find the ball.
Well, at one point in the second half, late in the game, it was 25 assists, I think, on 36 field goals. You guys really share the ball, passing the ball so well already.
See, that's fun basketball. When we can share the ball, distribute it, get people to get touches, and fill up the stats for everybody. That's the best kind of basketball to play.
Okay, I did notice though on the jumbotron, you and Caroline were on the jumbotron, and we joke. Do you like it was the first time you were on TV?
We weren't expecting it. We were just looking at the replays, and all of a sudden we were on there, and we didn't know what to do. So, yep, we're still kids.
And we love watching you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
Bob?
Thanksgiving.